Hello, and welcome back to the show today, guys. Beautiful, beautiful day. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And I'm pretty sure that it is. No matter what the weather, it is beautiful because you're alive, and it makes it so. So let's get busy. In case you were wondering what the topic was today, the topic is 3 things you never want to say after a disappointment in life. 3 things you never want to say after a disappointment in life. Now, here's the deal. And I want to start off by saying this. This topic, you guys kind of were, you're supposed to choose my topic each day. And this one, there was a lot of people who wanted me to talk about the other topic regarding male bashing. And actually, that was recommended by one of my viewers. She was interested in me putting my spin on that topic because she saw someone on Facebook and they had a topic going on about it, and she said that it was just crazy. It gotten out of control, and she couldn't believe the guy who started that particular topic. She couldn't believe the point and the direction he was going with that topic. So she wanted me to give my thoughts on that topic, and so I think I might do that topic tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. So I might go ahead and do that topic tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and get started today with the topic for today, which are 3 things you never, ever want to say after a disappointment in life. Who has had a disappointment in life? I would hope everybody on here has had well, I don't hope that you had a disappointment, but I would bet that you have had a disappointment in life. More than 1 disappointment, more than 2 disappointments, more than 3 disappointments. A disappointment can be a failure. It can be something that, where a letdown, something that you were having as a goal that it didn't happen, something that you wished or were trying to attain and it didn't happen. So the bottom line is, what do you do? Like, what do you say after a disappointment? What do you say to yourself? Because words are powerful, and words start off as beliefs. And so we have these beliefs, and then we say what we believe, and they become part of our reality. So to give you an example, there's some people who walk around and they say that it is hard to lose weight, and they say that all the time. They always are saying that it's hard to lose weight. But there's also people who are walking around and they don't say that. They don't feel that. That's not their belief, and that's not something that they say. So words are powerful, and words come from our beliefs. So you have to be very, very careful what you say, because what you say, you are creating a law for yourself. And then you'll be asking, where's God? Then you'll be saying, how come I'm not getting my desire in this case? How come my goals never come true? What's wrong with me? And you'll start blaming God. You'll start blaming your parents. You'll start blaming yourself. You'll start blaming your kids. You'll start blaming your spouse. And here you are blaming all these people, when the bottom line is you created a law for yourself by your words. You created a law for yourself by your words. So I'm going to tell you today, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't believe words are powerful, you can go ahead and go right now, because you'll be wasting your time for the rest of this live stream if you don't believe that words are powerful. Words are very, very powerful, and they can make or break you. They can literally cause you to enjoy life, or they can cause your life to seem like a living hell. H-E-double hockey sticks. That's what words can do, because words become things, and they become things quickly. The more emotion you put into words, the faster they appear in your life. That's why sometimes when you're saying these weak prayers, that's why you don't get them, because you're not even putting any emotion into it. Not tears. Tears, that doesn't move. That doesn't do anything. You have to put strong confidence, belief, faith, and words that are commanding and demanding in order to start seeing things happen in your life quickly. I'm talking quickly. You can wait, and you can wait years to have things happen in your life, or you can see them happen quickly. So if you've ever experienced disappointment in your life, you want to stay tuned, because right now I'm about to rock your world, baby. Now let me just say this, and so it's such a trip, because like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna give you guys the other topic, because you guys are freaking spoiled. My viewers are spoiled. I give you what you want. I give you what you want. So you can't tell me you're not spoiled. You are. And I need to quit spoiling you people. Right now, I need to quit spoiling you. So let me go ahead. That was just side note. But here's the deal, seriously. If you don't know who I am, where have you been? Where have you been? Where? What have you been looking at? Kim Kardashian? reality TV, you should know who I am. No, seriously, I am Joy, a certified personal trainer, certified sports nutrition coach, certified synergistic kinesiologist. That just means I do muscle testing to find out where you're storing emotional toxins and emotional beliefs in your body and your muscles and your cellular system. And so I help people to release that so that they can live a life free from all those blockages. Victoria says, yes, I'm more careful and aware now. I have you to thank for this. Thank you for spoiling us. Thank you for being honest. I'm telling you, I know I spoil you all. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Hey, Eric, here's the deal. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about 3 things that you never, ever want to say after a disappointment in life. And I hear people say these 3 things over and over. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, that's why you still have that problem in your life. Quit saying that. Like, it's a no-brainer. So once I tell you these 3 things, you guys are not going to fall victim of this nonsense, saying these 3 things in your life after a disappointment just because that's what people say. That's the only reason why people say them, because they've heard other people say them. So they think that's just normal to say this nonsense. And it's not normal. So let's go ahead and knock out the first one. Think of your worst disappointment. You don't have to put it in the comment section if you don't want to. But think about a disappointment that you've had before. Think about a disappointment that you've had before. I'll tell you all about one of my disappointments. This wasn't a real bad one. I've had a lot of disappointments. To me, this wasn't a real bad one. So I'll share this one. I don't really want to go real deep today. This was a disappointment I had. Okay, so I know fitness. That's my thing. That's my forte, fitness. Well, let me just say that just because you know fitness, that doesn't correlate to necessarily dancing, so to speak. So growing up, I was always told that I couldn't dance. I was always told that I didn't have rhythm. So I had this belief in my head that I couldn't dance, I didn't have rhythm. I didn't know that this was a belief that I had, but I do know that I was told that multiple times. So when I was in my early 20s, I lived in St. Louis, Missouri at the time, and I tried out for the St. Louis Rams cheerleading team. I tried out for the St. Louis Rams cheerleading team. And so keep in mind, I'd never even done cheerleading ever. But my first time trying out for a cheerleading team was the St. Louis Rams cheerleading team. Okay, whatever. I just felt like, hey, why not? I'm going for it, baby. It said live auditions. I paid my money to audition. And it was like, I think it was like a weekend audition. So I go there, and I kid you all not, they spend 3 days. They bring in professional choreographers. They're teaching you all these moves. You do all these moves for the weekend. And then afterwards, I think they take like 3, 4, or 5 people at a time, and you go in there in front of the judges, and then you do your thing. They start the music. You're supposed to know what the routine is. They start the music. Bam! You just go on cue. You start doing your thing, and then afterwards, they have everybody back in the auditorium, and they do cuts, and they tell you who made it, who didn't make it. Oh my gosh, I'm laughing now. I didn't laugh at the time because I was freaking messed. I was mad. I was angry. I was sad at myself. But I kid you all not, they called my group in there. I was on the left side. It was like 4 or 5 of us. I was on the left side, right in front of the judges. I go in. Now keep in mind, this is also around the time that I used to model. So I go in and I'm like smiling like this, like, geez. The music starts. And I just freeze. In place. I don't move a freaking muscle other than my mouth muscles because I'm smiling. And I'm like, and I just stand there like a freaking ironing board. Just stand there and just stare and smile at them the whole time the music was playing. The people on the right side of me, they're moving and shaking and turning and spinning and doing all the little routine. So I walk out of there still smiling. I didn't let go of my smile, and I was humiliated. I didn't need to stay to see if my name was called. Why would they call my name just because they're like, you know what, you were the best smiler we ever had in life. You made the cut. That wasn't going to happen. So I left humiliated because I allowed fear to make me freeze. I don't know how to twerk. Twerking wasn't, I don't know. Obviously twerking didn't have a name yet, but no, I didn't do anything. I wish I would have at least moved somebody part, my arm, maybe flapped like a bird. Jeez, did something to show get my money's worth of, auditioning. But anyway, let me show you guys some nature, because you like to show you nature sometimes. All right, so let me show you nature, and I'm going to go ahead and knock out these 3 things. So the first thing, I'm talking 3 things you never want to say after a disappointment in life. The first thing you never want to say after a disappointment in life is, it's going to be a long road to get over this. Or it's going to be a long process to get over this. If you say it's going to be a long road or a hard, arduous process to get over something, you've just created a law for yourself that says it's going to take a long time for you to get over it. You just created a law for yourself. Why would you want to make that your statement of life, that it's going to take a long time to get over it? And now you're wondering why a week later, a month later, a year later, you're still distraught over it. You still haven't gotten over it. You didn't get over it because you made a law and you spoke those words saying, hello, world, God, universe, I'm not going to get over this easily. It's going to take a long time. Your word said that. So why are you saying, God, where are you? Why have thou forsaken me? God didn't forsake you. You're the one that said it's going to take you a long time to get over it. So now you made your bed, lay in it. Until you say new words, until you have a new belief, that is your law that you made for yourself. That it's going to take a long time to get over it. I don't know why people say that. I don't know if they think that they're setting themselves up for success. Like, you know what? I don't want to give myself any false hopes. So let me just say that it's going to take a long time to get over this failure, this setback, this hurt, this disappointment. No, you say the opposite of that. You say, I'll get over this quickly and move on to the next thing. When I experienced that with the trying out for the cheerleading team, St. Louis Rams, then, hey, guess what? I got to say, you know what? I learned a lesson from that. What did I learn from that? Now, let me take what I learned from that and move on with my life. Because if you sit there and you feel that humiliation over and over and over again, day after day, now that's messing up your new opportunities. Now that's messing up your mindset. That's how you fall victim to depression. That's how you fall victim to, self-sabotaging yourself and other endeavors that you go after. Because then you do number 2. What are we talking about? 3 things you never want to say after disappointment in life. Number 1 is going to be a long road to get over this. Number 2, I never have success in this area, or this always happens to me. I never have luck in this area, or this always happens to me. Hey, Alua. Joiner asks if I'm in Maryland. No, Florida. I've never been to Maryland, I don't think. No, I've never been to Maryland. Eric says not to speak negativity when something doesn't go right. That's right. That's the first thing your mind tries to get you to do. And you want to ignore that prompting. So number 1, do not say it's going to be a hard, long road to get over it. Number 2, don't say I never have success in this area, or this always happens to me. Because again, what does that sound like? To me, that sounds like a pity party. Let me say it again. I never have luck in that area, or this kind of stuff always happens to me, or I always attract people like this, or I always struggle to find the right relationship, or I only attract dogs, or I only, I never lose weight easily. I always gain weight easily. It's hard for me to commit to working out. Nobody supports me, but I support other people. I never get support back. When you're saying words, I hope you guys notice the 2 main words that I'm saying in both sentences. Always and never. Always and never. When you say always or never, that is a bold, powerful statement. And you better be very stinking careful of what you put behind those words, always and never. You better be very stinking careful. Because if it's not things that you want, you definitely don't want to put them behind never or always. Because you're locking it in to a very long time. Never and always? Sheesh. You're locking in that negative statement for a long, long time. Thank you. See, you guys know my routine. You know that I need your help. Make sure if you see a gator come out of the water, then hey, I need to see emojis going up. The emoji with the what is it? The mouth that's open, that's going. Oh, basically run! Exclamation marks. Get out of there! Run! Because I'm all in the zone right now when I'm talking, so I'm not paying attention to the water. I'm focused. I'm looking. I actually have a focal point on a tree right now, and I'm staring at a tree, and I'm just getting in the zone as I say what I need to say to you guys right now. So let me tell you the very last thing. 3 things that you never want to say to yourself or to anybody else after a disappointment. Number 1 is going to be a long, hard road to get over this. Number 2, I never have success in this area, or this always happens to me. And number 3, what will people think of me? Now, this is one that most people don't say to other people. You just think it in your head. What will people think of me? What will people think of me that I had a divorce? What will people think of me that I had a child out of wedlock? What will people think of me that I had to file bankruptcy? What will people think of me that I had my car repossessed? What will people think of me that I lost a business? What will people think of me that, you know, I was let go of my job? What will people think of me? And that's that whole criticism. What will people think of me? And I'm telling you right now, guys, that's one of the worst things you can say to yourself is, what will people think of me? There's only one stinking thing you need to be concerned about. And that is, what do you think about yourself? What do you think about yourself? What you think about yourself is all that matters. What you think about yourself is going to be the difference between you getting over it in a week versus you're not getting over it for a year. You're dwelling on it. You're staying in that pity party day in, day out. What you think about yourself makes all the difference in the world. Not what other people are thinking or saying about you. Who cares? I mean, really, when you think about it, who cares? Do their thoughts pay your bills? Do their thoughts do anything for you? And if the answer is no, then it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. In the big scheme of things, the only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. Last but not least, this is a bonus one I threw in. Sometimes when you experience a disappointment in life, you end up with a mindset or a belief or a thought that says, why bother? Why try again? That's why sometimes you see people who get divorced and they say, I'll never get married again. That means they took on a mindset of why bother? That's why people who failed in business, sometimes they don't go. They may get another business idea, but they don't go for it because they have a mindset of why bother? That's why if somebody has ever hurt you, you end up with a mindset of why bother? Because you don't want to be hurt again. It's a protection mechanism. It's a protection mechanism. Why bother? And I'm here to tell you guys that the solution to all of this, when you experience a disappointment in your life, you have to say something to yourself that is empowering. You have to make an empowering statement, and you have to say it boldly and out loud and to everybody you meet. So if somebody comes to you and they're like, oh yeah, I heard about what happened to you. I'm sorry for you. Oh, don't be sorry for me. I'm doing very well, thank you. Don't pity me. You put me in a negative space. You put me back in my pity party if you pity me. I don't need your pity. I'm doing very well. I'm doing phenomenal. I'm on a path to recovery. I'm on a path to success. I learned so much from that experience. That's what you want to say. And you have to feel it with every cell in your body. You have to believe it with every cell in your body. You really have to truly believe that you're getting over it quickly. And you have to tell people, just watch. This isn't the end of my story. This is the end of a page. Watch my next page. Watch my next chapter. It's going to blow you away. That's how you have to say it, and that's how you have to truly feel. So what's my challenge to you? My challenge for you today is I want you to take your disappointment that you've had, the one that keeps coming up, the one that keeps torturing you, torturing your mind, telling you how much of a failure you are. Take that. That's the first one that came to your mind as I was talking about this today. Which failure was that? That's the one that you need to conquer. That's the one you need to tackle right now. And I'll tell you what to do with it. My challenge to you. Victoria says, yes, I have thought that about relationships. Why bother? And this has happened before, but I still have hope. And that's really good. It's almost like you end up where you can have a little bit of hope. So put it this way, there's different levels to it. So in your case, your fire isn't completely put out, but your fire has dimmed. So your fire has not been completely put out. It hasn't been extinguished, but it has been dimmed. So what you want to do now is you want to reignite your fire, because guess what, baby? You're going to, that fire, when that fire is like blazing, it attracts. A blazing fire attracts. So if you have a blazing fire for your career, then it attracts the right opportunities. If you have a blazing fire for relationships, then it attracts the right person to you. So now it's time for you to reignite your fire and let that bad boy, you want it to be blazing where it blinds people, because they can feel that fire. They can feel it. So I like that you notice that it hasn't been completely put out, but you know that it's not like it used to be either. So let's reignite it. So I challenge you to take that disappointment and say what you really want in that area. What you really want to believe in that area. Make that your new belief. So if the old belief said, why bother? Let the new belief say, I want to be bothered because I deserve a phenomenal, strong, healthy, loving, supportive relationship. And I believe that I can have that. I believe that there's somebody out there willing to give me that. Number one, you believe you're worth it. Number two, you believe somebody's out there that's willing to serve that up to you on a platter, on a silver platter, on a platinum platter. And once you believe that, then that's what you will attract to you. That is exactly what you will attract to you. So that's what I challenge you all to do, is to flip that belief, flip that statement. And number one is just being aware. That's what these live streams about, because the main thing that they're about is just being aware. And then number two is it allows you to have a different viewpoint. And then number three, it allows you to change, transform in that area. So I usually say this in the beginning, but I didn't. So I'll say it at the end in case you're new and you don't know who I am. I did say who I was. I did do an introduction. I'm Joy. And if this was a powerful live stream for you, then you can share it. Or if you feel like people need to hear this message, you can share it. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the engagement, because I want my live streams to be engaging. I want you guys to put your thoughts and your questions and your feelings, and you know that you're in a judgment-free zone, that we're all working on something, that we're all improving our lives, and that's what we're going for. We're doing this together. We're in this together, and I'm just here as a catalyst for change to help you go from where you are now to who you are now to a better version of yourself. We all have it in us, and that's what we're all striving for in life. And as we strive for that, we'll start to experience that, and as we experience that, then your light will shine, and you will invite other people to do the same. You'll invite other people to say yes to life. You'll invite other people to up-level their lives. And that's what it's all about, baby. Until next time, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. You guys can catch me here tomorrow. Again, same time, same place, Monday through Friday. You can catch me usually anywhere between 1 to 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. R3 for life, baby. Reverse, retrain, rebuild your body and mind. FitnessCityBootcamp.com if you want to get more information about my programs. Until next time, bye.